What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, and I found some nonsense that I have to share with you. Um, Normally, I know us conservatives, we're used to the finer things in life. When it comes down to truth and logic and reason and facts and stuff like that, we eat facts and truth and logic like steak. Our logic and our truth is like veal parmesan. It's like caviar, those type of things, fine, nice and sweet and aged wine, things like that. But then when you flip on the channel of CNN and MSNBC, well, I mean, all you're getting is leftover garbage. I'm talking banana peels, baby diapers. I'm not talking about the ones with just pee pee or tinkle in it. No, I'm talking about full blown baby poop. Yeah, you're eating pretty much out of the dumpster when you get information from CNN. So now, this next story, little Brian Stelter, eeny beeny, teeny weeny, yellow polka dot bikini wearing Brian Stelter tries to throw some mud on Fox News. And he's doing this because of all these years we've been saying CNN is fake news, and they know it. I mean, I'm sure they watch some of the Fox shows and just be like, ooh, they're killing us. They see right through us. Right through us, and they're exposing us. And not only that, we exposed ourselves by trying to go after the president for 2 years over a fake story. So I guess they put out the eunuch, and Tucker Carlson calls him a eunuch. I think it might be for two reasons. One reason is because he doesn't have a backbone. He doesn't have testes. He does whatever he's told to do. He's not a man to stand up to the establishment. They send little Brian Stelter out to do their bidding. Hey, Brian, you know what to do. Get your butt out there and say what we told you to say. But secondly, it's because he has a Mickey Mouse voice. I don't know if puberty just jumped right over him. He was waiting at 14 years old, like, any minute now, puberty's gonna come. And 17 came. Well, you know what? Maybe I'm just a late bloomer. Now he's probably about 45 and he's still got the Mickey Mouse voice. So that could be what Tucker's talking about. But nonetheless, they sent him out to try to run some interference and try to make it look like Fox is the ones that's falling apart. And he starts off with how President Trump is friends with them. Let's see.
His Fox friends several times this week. He even got on the phone with Sean Hannity, chatted for 45 minutes, and said he hoped Jeanine Pirro would be back soon. Pirro's suspension was scheduled to be over. It is over. She was back on the air on Saturday night. And if the president was watching, he heard that his opponents should be jailed.
You stood witness to the biggest scandal in American history, bar none. The attempted coup of the United States government. This is bound to happen again unless we stop them. And the only way to stop them is with justice, true justice. And that's behind the bars justice.
Don't even know what to say. And if the president was
wow. So now he acts like he's shocked. Jeanine, first of all, he starts off by saying, you know what? I guess we're not friends with the president. He doesn't talk to us one-on-one. That's what it really comes down to. He's trying to set it up and make it seem like that Fox is in the back pocket of the president just because they tried to give fair and balanced news. So he's like, well, he talks to him in first name. He got Sean and Laura and Tucker, all by first name. And then he wished that Jeanine would come back. And then if he was watching, he would have heard her say that his opponents need to be jailed. Now, he's trying to make it seem like she's encouraging Donald Trump to go after his political enemies. See, and if he was honest, which little Brian Stelter isn't, he would say, actually, she's suggesting that he goes after criminals. See, little Brian Stelter and CNN, they can no longer decipher what corruption is because, see, they participated in this corrupt act the last 2.5 years by demonizing the president to be a Russian agent. Now, by overlooking the real criminal activity and the people who really need to be put in jail, Brian Stelter's trying to make it seem like it's just a political revenge hit versus actually being able to see why it's not right to wiretap a presidential candidate. Yeah, he doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand why it's not right to get a FISA warrant under false pretenses. He doesn't understand those things. No, it's not because they broke and violated the law, and it's obvious, and we have all the evidence, unlike they had with President Trump being a Russian agent. Yeah, it's not because of that. It's simply because they inconvenienced and had the nerve to try to do oversight with the president, and now he's mad, and he's saying, you know what? For no reason, I said we put these people in jail. No evidence, just because they bothered me and got on my nerves for the last 2.5 years, let's jail them. That's what little Brian Stelter is trying to insinuate. And then when he gets done with the little clip without context, he sits back. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm sure you don't, Brian Stelter. What? Cat got your tongue? Let's hear what else he has to say.
Friends this morning. He saw this banner. It says, Trump cuts U.S. aid to 3 Mexican countries. The reference, of course, was to Central American countries. The network apologized several hours later, said the banner never should have appeared. Obviously, that's the case. But I don't know what's going on over there. The existence of Fox...
So now, you hear what this man just did? So a typo. Now, Fox makes a typo. Now, remember, this is a typo. This is not a full-out hit piece on the president like they do. Yeah, well, Jared Kushner and Donald Trump Jr., they talked to his father on the phone when he was meeting with the Russians. Oh, what do you mean? That never happened? No? Okay. Well, you know what? We just got word that Mike, what was his name? The Mike, I forget his name. Anyway, the guy who got pinned for talking, or I guess he gave some false evidence, or he made a false statement to the FBI. Mike Flynn. Mike Flynn, he's agreed to testify against Donald Trump. He didn't? No? Okay. Well, you know what? Paul Manafort is going to flip. He didn't? No? Okay. All right, man. Okay, well, give us some more fake news that we can run with, and then when we find out it's all fake, then we go, let's move on to the next topic. So now Fox makes a typo, simply a typo. And Brian Stelter, because he's the spell checker, I guess he caught that typo. And this is a major problem. And he's overlooking all of the, in the words of the police captain on Police Academy, yeah, he's overlooking all of the many fake news stories that CNN has put out. So now he wants to try to compare Fox's typo to all of those fake news stories that CNN puts out. And then he's trying to make it seem like that Donald Trump's taking his cues from Jeanine Pirro to go out and just do a hit piece on his enemies. And this is why we call CNN fake news. And they're not just fake news. They're like the sum total of fake news. I think right now they're holding the title in fake news. They're the fake news champs right now. Matter of fact, they are 100% uncut, pure fake news. All the other fake news stations and outlets and newspaper draw their strength from CNN, the source of fake news. That's how fake they are. And got the nerve to put little Mickey Mouse out there to try to run some interference. Oh, Pluto, you know what? Oh my goodness, is that Donald Duck? Oh, yeah, put little Mickey Mouse out there to try to run interference and divert attention away from how fake CNN is and how bad they got this whole Russia collusion story wrong. Yeah, so now, little Brian Stelter needs to go somewhere, first of all, and put some bass in his voice. I don't want to hear you coming out there with the helium anymore. You know what? I just don't know what to say. No, you come out here, and I don't care if you got to get a voiceover, get somebody like James Earl Jones to do your voiceovers or something. Listen, we've come to... I need something deeper. I need something. You need a Vader or something. You can't come out there with the Mickey Mouse and the helium in the throat no more. But especially don't come out there with more fake news, which... I know it's greater than them. We'll probably get some more fake news tomorrow. Anyway, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. Check me out every Wednesday night, 7:30 live on YouTube. Also, don't forget to check me out on my radio blog talk show. Find me on Facebook. Find me on Twitter. And check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. The link is in the bottom. I'm about to be rocking some of their new gear tomorrow during our live show. Let y'all check it out. I'm going to be a model for a second. See, I'm picture ready. Watch this. Watch it. Yo, Kev. See, that's the action shot right there. Yeah, I'm ready. So I'll be rocking some of their gear. If you like something that they have in their store, Click on it, put my name in the promo code, and you'll get a 20% discount. If you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's a link in the bottom to do that. And don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and the notification button. We'll see you next time in Kevin's Corner.